Conversations with Kumzi. Real talk, real stories, real life. Come, join me. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Conversations with Kumzi, where you have real talk, real stories, real life. No, February is going, and I can't believe it was just a week ago I did my first self-talk session, and here I am with the second one, and trust me, I am really looking forward to sharing this one with you. It has been something that I've been thinking about a lot, and over the past 2 days actually, and it is this big, heavy, life-changing, profound, transformative, powerful thing, but just a small word, that has such huge impact. Something that we all want. Something that we all want to experience, and we definitely have it in us to offer. That 4-letter word, L-O-V-E, love. Now, thank you for sharing, subscribing, and liking the videos. Continue to do so. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the feedback you've been giving me so far on my channel, and it's good, and I'm learning a lot, as much as you are learning too. So yeah, remember, this is a space where we can be real with each other. So February is going, and we're in the middle of February, and everybody knows that in the middle of February we celebrate Valentine's Day on February 14. For those of you who actually celebrate Valentine's Day, I know you're planning the big dates, the romantic dates, the chocolate, the roses, people going for the lingerie and all these things. Yes, because we're gonna plan something spectacular. Some of you are gonna propose to somebody on your day. on your Valentine's Day, of course. And so I know a lot is in store for those of you who are in real love relationships. No, the thing is, when you think about that type of love, the whole romantic thing that comes with love, we're talking about the Eros type of love. And there are other types of love, You actually have the philia, which is like brotherly love or love amongst friends. You have storge, which is like love from the parent to a child. And the agape love, which is the unconditional love. Now, that is the type of love. Now, I am having this whole, self-talk with in my own processing and in my own time. I'm just going through, and I keep asking myself this question: is unconditional love really possible within a love relationship? And I know some of you might say yes, some people might say no, but I'm still, is this thing really possible? No, when we talk about love, we have all kinds of explanations of what love is. Some people say love is the feeling that you feel when you're feeling the feeling. And this is one I've known for years. People say love is when your heart go boom, titty, boom, titty, boom, titty, boom. Love is a strong emotion. It's a strong affection towards someone or something. But for me, the best definition of love actually comes from the Bible. Yes, in 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4-7, and it gives the best definition for me. It says love is patient, love is kind, love keeps no records of wrong, love hopes, love protects, love perseveres, it is not easily angered, and it says some more stuff, but I'm just sharing what I remember. For me, that's the best definition of love. That is actually the best definition of love, can be applied to anything, and it's the not only the best, but for me it speaks to love in the truest sense, and it's in the purest form. Now, you might have a different explanation of what love is, or you might come across a definition that you like. Share it with me in the comment section so that I can respond, and so that I can learn from you as well. So I'm looking forward to that. What do you think love is? What is your explanation of what love is, especially when it comes to the context of a relationship between two partners, between a man and a woman, of course. So Yeah, so there are different types of love, and love, when we think of it, it is a big deal. It is major because we all want to experience love. But when it comes on to that agape type of love, the unconditional love, is that really possible? Is it really real? Is it something that we can experience in a relationship? You know, when we watch an ad on the television, we see all the good things about the product. And then at the end of it, you hear somebody says, quickly, conditions apply. Or you see the fine print that says conditions apply. Whatever it is, unconditional love is not that. Unconditional love suggests that you accept the person for who they are and love them for all that they present themselves to be. No, really and truly, can we do that? Can we really love unconditionally? You know, there's a theory out there that says that in our lifetime as human beings, or as an individual, we will fall in love mainly 3 times. The first type of love is like the fairy tale type of love, you know, where you meet a Prince Charming or you meet a princess, and you are so caught up with this person. So I would say this is mainly maybe like in your teenage years, where when you see that person, your heart just, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but we often say we get butterflies when you see the person, your heart like it skip a beat, something just move inside of you, because it's a fairy tale type of thing, and you love it, and you expect to have the happily ever after, don't it? And yeah, that is the type of love that we initially experience in our lifetime. And for most of us, we can even think back and remember our first kiss, right? Our very, very first kiss. Think of it. The person, where you were, how it happened, the fairy tale. How many of us are really with the person that we first kissed? Never we did kiss for the first time. Maybe one day after school on the staircase. Maybe that guy who called us to say, hey, here is a gizzard that I made in home class for you, and you know I really like you, and then you just get a kiss. Whatever your situation is, you can remember your first kiss. I'm sure of that. You can remember your first kiss. And that's a fairy tale. But life is not about the fairy tale. So the other type of love we experience is the intense type of love. And it is more of the type of the love that we experience in a relationship, that we go through the highs and the lows, the good and the bad, and all of that. And normally we might end up with a heartbreak with this type of relationship, this intense type of love. And what it does though, it teaches us what we don't want in the future in a relationship, and what we do want in the future in our relationship. So it serves its purpose to really understand ourselves, our likes, our dislikes, the things that we are really, you know, wanting in a relationship. And then of course, the agape love, the unconditional love, when someone comes into your life and accepts you for who you are, all of you, everything that you are, that person just comes in and it's like a bright light to you, because all your imperfections are laid bare, they're right there, and the person still chooses you out of everybody else. Now that is the unconditional love that we're talking about. Now I make it sound easy because I'm just talking, but within the context of a real relationship, accepting someone with all their flaws, it's not easy. And not just with the flaws, accepting someone as they change, as they evolve in a relationship is not easy. That is not easy at all, because the person who you would start a relationship with, how you know them in the initial stages, won't be that same person a couple years from when you started. They won't. The core of the person will remain the same, but the person will evolve. You will evolve. So how it is then can we say that we have unconditional love? How it is then that we say to ourselves that we are going to love this person in spite of? You don't know. You know, you have men who actually, after their partners have children, they have issues with them, issue with the women. And you have women who actually, after they have achieved certain things in life, they have issues with their men. You have partners who have issues with their partners over time because they gained weight. You have partners who have issues with their partners over time because one decided that they want to be a Christian. And you know, the dynamics is just far and wide as it relates to a relationship and what could cause a change. But it creates an issue in relationships, and for that it is putting the relationship to the real test, the realest test, to say whether or not I love you in spite of this so-called unconditional love. And what about persons who get into relationships with the idea that, or even before you get into the relationship, let me take you to a point. We all have conditions. We all have conditions. We all decide on, or we all have our likes. So we prefer someone who is tall, who is slim, who is muscular, who is thick, who is smart, who is industrious, who is reserved, introverted, extroverted. We have our list. We have our list of physical qualities. We have our list of internal qualities that we would want from a person. So we have conditions. We have conditions. Not that in all cases the conditions that we have is where we find love, but we have our conditions. So I'm thinking, if we have conditions, how is it then we experience unconditional love? Is it that it's the test of our love that determines if our love is unconditional or not? So it therefore means you enter into the relationship not necessarily on a path that you are going to love this person unconditionally, but it could be that you grow to love the person unconditionally. Is it that? So that is the whole thing I'm wrestling with in my thoughts, because everybody wants to be loved unconditionally. Everybody wants to have the feeling that, hey, with you, I am just laid bare. You know me inside out. This is me. Accept me, my faults, my imperfections, the good of me, the beauty of me, what seems to be ugly about me, what seems to be bad about me. No, let me tell you, persons might end up to that point where they love unconditionally, but you have to understand that in loving unconditionally, it has to be done in the healthy form. When I say healthy form, for me, you can't be loving somebody unconditionally and it is not reciprocated. And fine, we won't love the same way. We won't love at the same level. Maybe someone will love one partner more than the other. But at the end of the day, it must be responsive. So when I give you my all, I do expect in return that you will give me your all. So if it is that I have expectations, then is it unconditional? Because when we think of unconditional, it also means that I can love you without expecting anything else in return. And that is why unconditional love is the purest and the highest form of love that I believe God alone maybe have. Maybe God alone maybe have. But when we think about outside of the context of a relationship, when we think about parents and their child or their children, that unconditional love maybe truly exists, because you can see how you can give of yourself for your child, for your children, and not expect anything in return. So that is formed on a different basis, I guess. But I believe, though, one thing is certain, that when it comes on to unconditional love, it is a choice. It is a choice that is made. And that is the main thing I will accept about loving unconditionally. You choose to love someone that way. Now, who are you loving unconditionally? I don't know. Is it that you actually can love unconditionally? I don't know. You know. You know what is going on in your life, your relationship. But when you choose to love, I'm sure one thing is certain. You want to love freely. And you want the love to come back to you in the same measure that you give it, and maybe even more. What I wish for everybody is that you'll find love, you'll find true love. And if you're fortunate enough, you will find, or our love will find you, that which is unconditional. Conversations with Kumzi, self-talk. We'll talk again.